We are back. Welcome back, Half-Bloods. Your hosts, Scott and William, are here, and back by popular demand are Hunter and Barry, who were here 2 weeks ago, and for some reason accepted to come back again. I'm grateful for that. A little surprised, but very glad you guys are here.
I'm surprised you say by popular demand because I saw in that Instagram post you said, yeah, we lost a few of our fans on this one.
Yes, that is true. But first, I think that is the first order of business is we need to recap our last draft. Our last draft was a Fantastic Beasts draft, and I believe the only voting happened on Instagram. And I'm pretty excited about this because we always make the joke we only have 13 listeners, and there were 13 votes, so it feels very appropriate.
That's great.
Very appropriate. In last place, I'll go in reverse order, of course, is William with, I believe, 1 vote. I'm not sure.
The
I can't do
first
math
will
in
be
my head.
last.
Maybe 2 votes.
I have to double check if
And
my
the
wife
last
voted for
first.
me, or she probably didn't. Probably.
Okay, I'm going to go in what this says, and then I'll give the real answer. But it technically in third place is me with 2 votes.
Sounds like Coke.
What do you mean
yes,
the real
then-
it's?
I will explain. Then technically in second is Hunter with
You're
3
right.
votes.
This is wrong.
And then Barry didn't sweep the field. Barry dominated with 54% of our 13 votes. So 7 out of 13
The most
votes.
powerful magical number. Wow.
That's right.
I think he's a witch. Let's dunk him in water.
See if I float.
I'm in for that. I feel like I was too positive. I was too positive on my review, and that was my fault. The Phoenix, such a good answer. I was too nice. So not happening this time, Barry. But
You know, I had
my
a
wife,
friend of
By the way,
mine-
Barry sucks. Don't vote for him. And then you'll...
I did have a friend of mine. She was like, you know, he was absolutely right, though, when he said, you already have a story about the Penta thing or whatever. So
no
I
one
didn't
else
vote for
listened to
you.
that, though.
I was like, you didn't vote for me just for that one?
She's a good friend, and I would love to have her on. My wife told me that she thought the votes would be visible to the public, and on both of her non-Harry Potter accounts, she voted for you, Hunter, as a joke to make me mad, and then realized she can't reverse her vote, and you can't see that they're public. So 2 out of your 3 votes are joke pity votes. So,
But they are official votes.
But they're votes nonetheless.
and also I voted for myself. So
We're talking to
did
2
you
guys
vote?
in Georgia. They know all about voter fraud.
That's
Hunter and Barry,
exactly right.
Did you guys vote, Hunter and Barry?
I did.
There's a good chance I didn't vote.
I figured that was the case. So I gave myself 1 vote, and you got 2 votes from my wife. So I guess we actually both got 1 vote.
And I got none?
Well, you got 1 vote. I mean, I don't know.
Then why am I in last if you got 1 also?
Well, now I'm redoing. You're right. Barry
Really,
got
if
7
you
votes,
ain't
and we all
first,
got
you're
1 vote
last,
each.
so.
I for sure got 3 official votes. They count.
This is bullcrap, and this will not happen this time because.
Well, I might
Yes,
have
you
to
know-
get my Instagram downloaded again just so I can vote for myself.
I thought
William,
about, because I have like 4 different accounts because of
Yeah,
work
same, Barry.
and other things. I almost thought about it, but I was like, I'm not going to do it. Just the one.
Oh,
Just
I
the
am.
one.
I'm going to do it on this next one.
You should
I've
definitely
got
cheat.
4 accounts I'm going to vote from.
True. I also have 4, so now I will as well to even the playing field and see if I can get my wife's 2 accounts to vote for me. But we'll see. I'd rather she be
Only
honest.
if you deserve it.
Exactly. Be honest.
Hey,
That's all that
Cassie,
matters.
I know you're listening to this right now. Cassie, vote for me again.
Ah,
there she is.
speak of the devil.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
Speak of an
That's
angel.
great timing.
How
Yeah,
did you do that?
whoa, William.
Thank you, Barry.
It's a common phrase.
I just left our children's room.
Yes, you did. So
we
sorry,
were
babe.
just talking about
Were you
you.
talking about me?
Talking
my
about
funny
Yeah,
joke.
Thank you for your votes.
It's not funny.
On the last draft.
I will never forgive you. But you
Love
can redeem
keeps no
yourself
record of
on this
wrong.
draft. Oh, Barry's so
Truly,
wise.
I'm like so happy you guys get enjoyment out of this, but like I really can't even begin to like care enough to like make
I
an
thought that's what you
educated.
were going to say.
Okay,
Like,
this
I
one's
just can't
less
take.
nerdy
I can't
though,
take this
technically.
seriously.
It's great.
This
It's
one-
really, really good.
This draft is a little bit less nerdy, so I feel like you can have some opinion
I
on
don't
this.
know.
As a film
Hey,
major,
will you be sure
know,
to clip that part and make sure that's posted?
Yes.
Use it
I'm
for
in charge,
advertisement
so
for
yes.
her Harry Potter game.
Thanks a lot, babe.
It's weird.
well,
I
I'll
can
do the
hear
ad.
you a second before.
We got
like
the
this.
echo.
I have to be upstairs because Scott cheats and we can't sit next to each other, as we learned when
Do it.
him and William did a level 7 and he was just reading over my shoulder. So
Ooh.
That okay,
Did he
to be
still get it
clear,
wrong,
Not
I
though?
surprising.
I read the question over her shoulder and I got the question, I guess.
To be clear,
1
all she
second
said you were
faster than
reading
William.
over your shoulder. And
And
that's
I'm
exactly what you
clarifying.
did.
I'm clarifying. 5
There's no
people
need to
just too many.
clarify.
This
She
is
didn't say
ridiculous.
anything inaccurate.
This podcast is brought to you by the much needed book on the ultimate Harry Potter trivia game, which I made for William because he's an insufferable know-it-all. And I just wanted to stump him, and I did because this game's amazing, and all
did.
of you should buy it.
You do.
Yeah, I
I've
wish I could
never-
show. It's in my car because I just took it to friends' houses recently.
What a brag, dude. You have friends? Jeez.
And he has a newborn baby, so he's,
Oh my
That's
gosh.
right.
he's playing chess.
no,
he still
I
has
feel
friends.
like one of the common comments we get is like, I really want to buy this, but I have no one to play it with. So congrats
true.
on
It's
having
very sad.
friends you can play
Who
it
needs,
with.
yeah, who needs
Thank
friends?
you. Thank you.
Okay, Cassie, we didn't tweak anything that you're doing here, but we did decide that getting second, third, and fourth doesn't matter. First place just picks the draft order. So all that matters is first place,
Oh.
but nothing really changes for you. But I do, like, this kind of backfired on me last time, but be a dictator and be strong and set a hard time limit and don't let us go past that time limit.
Okay. Deal.
Level 7.
Hey, you
Ultimate
don't
Harry
let
Potter
him tell
trivia.
you what to do. You do what you want.
I was encouraging.
that-
I was just
We
encouraging.
know that. I run this household, not him. No, it's not a question to anyone. Am I picking the order of the questions?
Oh yeah,
Or
I
like
Just
always
go
the
whatever
answers?
order's
do
on
it.
your screen.
Doing the order of your screen.
Barry-
Who's next to you?
Barry, Hunter, William, Scott.
There you go.
I'm last.
It's gonna be really shameful if I don't get the one right.
Okay. Are you guys
I
ready?
believe in you.
Okay.
Game time.
Name 21 people found in the photo of the original Order of the Phoenix.
Ooh, I just listened to this.
I also just listened to this yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I
Losers.
Did not.
Get a life.
All right. So I go first.
Yes.
Frank Longbottom.
Yes.
Give me Alice Longbottom.
You got it.
Lily Potter.
Yep.
James Potter.
Yes.
Mr. McKinnon.
Yeah.
Good one. Pulling deep
Mm.
already.
Mad Eye Moody.
Yep.
I have qualms already, but I'll let them pass. Lupin.
What a ridiculous statement.
Is it on
Now
the
Lupin?
gender of McKinnon?
Yeah, there's a name.
Oh, I don't know. Then I didn't know the first. Well, is it my turn again?
Hold on, not yet.
No, it's
No.
Scott. It's Scott's turn. I thought
you got-
I thought it was a girl, but I was going to count it because you got a name.
I don't know, but let's not dive into gender. Not
That's
not
true.
Harry
Who's
Potter.
to
It's not our
say?
thing.
That's a
Not
good
our
point.
That was
thing.
really.
We'll move
I
on.
should not be judging someone's gender off a name. I apologize.
I thought.
That's a good point.
Well, hold on. I'll wait till my turn.
Pass.
Scott's turn.
So Lupin is a correct answer. And Pettigrew.
Yes.
I thought both McKinnons were in it. Is that not correct? So Mr. and Mrs. I was about to go with Mrs. on this one.
I believe you got Mrs. last time.
Well, then I was going to go Mr. is what I meant to
I
say.
think getting a last name is good enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed. Well, Cassie's the dictator, so your opinion
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
But you're
doesn't.
guessing another McKinnon.
I am guessing another McKinnon.
Unfortunately, there is only one McKinnon in the photo.
Oh,
And it is Marlene, who I assumed was the Mrs.
Where is Mr. McKinnon? That's a good question. I don't know.
Is
I'm
he-
sorry.
I only knew this because like I just
Maybe
did
there
the
isn't one.
chapter where both of them were. It's mentioned that a Death Eater
The
killed both of
McKinnons.
them.
yeah, he
Yeah,
talks
yeah.
about the bones.
trial.
Hagrid says it in the first book, I think, right? He says like
It's-
they killed some
Is
of the
the
best. of
card
the age.
wrong?
Maybe.
Bones. of
I just
McKinnon.
listened in
No,
the
the cards
Goblet
were
of
right.
Fire when Harry's in the pensieve during one of the trial scenes. It says one of the I think Dolohov killed both of them. Maybe.
Dolohov's a beast. All right, Hunter, you're
Yeah.
up.
By body
what
count.
a wild take.
Scott respects
That's
manhood.
crazy.
Not a good beast.
That's crazy.
He's killed a lot of order.
All right, go ahead and give me Aberforth, Dumbledore.
Yes.
Edgar Bones.
Yep.
Hagrid.
Yes.
Give me. I just had the name in my head and then just lost it. Oh, Daedalus Diggle.
Yes.
Was it my turn again? Let's see. Benji Fenwick.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Did we already say Sirius Black?
We did not.
So I'm getting like
Sirius
a paper
Black.
out to like write down what people
I
say.
know,
I don't
because
remember
there's
what I
so
even
many.
said.
I'm grabbing crap.
There's
Cassie, start the timer.
There's 7 left.
Start putting pressure on us.
I
Seven
feel you guys
left.
have been answering them so quickly.
Elphias Doge.
Yes.
Elphius. Don't give him that.
The new book says Elphias. So
That's ridiculous. That's not a name.
I
It's not
don't
even
trust
close to a name.
Scott, your pronunciation is
my
always so funny
pronunciations
when I
suck.
hear you say
Podmore,
it.
Sturgis Podmore. That's what I said.
Yes.
Dag nabbit.
We have 5 left.
Gideon Pruitt.
Fabian Pruitt.
Unfortunately, no.
No, is it just Gideon?
It's just Gideon.
I got so lucky.
Oh,
Do you want to
He was,
dang it.
he was probably
No,
off
I
with Mr.
trust you.
McKinnon. He was probably off with
yeah,
Mr.
no,
McKinnon getting it.
I trust your list. Dang it.
It's not
I
my
actually
list, it's
thought it was-
Scott's list.
That's true. I actually thought it was only Fabian and not Gideon, and so I clearly had them flipped.
That was a close one. All right. I've never gotten second in my own stupid game before, so this is exciting for me.
Is it my turn now?
It is your turn.
Yes, it is, William.
Dorcas Meadows.
Yep.
And I will go with Albus Dumbledore.
Yep.
Nailed it.
2 left.
William. 2 left. Give him a timer. Give him a timer.
Dearborn. Caradoc Dearborn.
Yep. All right, Scott, can you get the last
I
one
do
to win it?
And of course, the last one is
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Who is it?
Will, do you know?
I'm like really lost on. I mean, did we say like all the Marauders? Did we say Pettigrew? Did we say
Yes. It's
Cut
a name
William
that I've
Ethan
never
Fenwick,
heard. It's a name.
Bones, Emmeline
It's a
Vance.
name I've. Yeah, that one.
Emily Vance.
Emmeline Vance.
Emmeline Vance.
I could have, should have got that.
Here's the
That's
thing.
a
I
good
was
one.
gonna say Emmeline Vance, and then when Scott said Gideon, I was like, oh, I'll take the freebie, Fabian. And that didn't pay off.
You should have learned from my mistake.
I'm saying. Clearly, Fabian and Mr. McKinnon
Not-
were off killing Death Eaters.
Who?
Fabian.
Mr. McKinnon. Okay. It's like Fabio with an N.
No. You said the
I got
Spanish
you.
pronunciation.
Gotcha.
Fabian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
he's
Fabian.
definitely Spanish.
Which is Pruitt. It's all Latin based. Okay.
Fabian.
Cassie, thank you. You're amazing.
I'm
as
gonna go to
always.
bed.
You rock, Cassie.
Don't
Oh,
talk
I
too
get
loud.
to pick the order now. And guess what?
Yeah.
Scott's going. I want
I'll go
Scott to go
first.
first so we can also
Yes.
go analyze him.
Nope. I'm going to dominate.
And then I want I'm gonna flip a coin or something. I don't know.
Say my name.
Oh man, that was creepy. I'm gonna go with Barry because that was creepy. So you're number 2, Hunter's 3, and I'm last.
Yeah, that's great.
You chilled me to the bones.
Okay, so listening to the Goblet of Fire audiobook, the new one, I was like,
Yeah.
why is Mr. Tumnus sounding so sexy? Like he does Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah,
and
James
he, like,
McAvoy.
Oh, yeah, James
that
McAvoy.
growl
It
that
felt
he
like
does.
in
I was like,
full
yo, all right.
Scottish accent. His
Calm
full
down,
Scottish
James.
self.
He sounds
Awesome, and
amazing.
I love it.
Yes. Good review. I'm only at like the Yule
you've
Ball.
lost a buttock.
He's amazing. It's a different take on the growl, but I love it.
But it's certainly a different take.
Yes.
He does
was
a
better
really
than
good job at the end of that book when he goes totally unhinged and
Mhm.
he's like,
It's
mad am I?
fantastic.
Like, he's incredible when he's that chapter is one of my favorite chapters. And
It's better than
Always
whatever
is.
silliness they put out in the movie and just made him a wacko and not scary at all.
we
So,
watched my kids. So my son, well, I have 4 kids, but the middle one, the second kid, finished the 4th book. He's 7. He's about to be 8.
congrats.
And
We're
so
about to
he's like,
finish.
"Can we watch the movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, now that you finished, we can watch the movie." And they both watched it and just sat there and just like complained the whole time about like that's different, that's different. And then like my wife just left. She's like, "I'm not doing this."
Yeah, I think that's
Congrats.
why I love the 4th movie, because I watched the movie first.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I'm sorry that your imagination was robbed from you, and really sorry.
Thank you.
Really
How
sorry.
do we know that William's not actually Barty Crouch Jr. over there? It's what it
I
kind
know.
of looks like.
I'm well known as
That's like
having a weird mouth tick.
literally the worst scene ever when they just zoom in on his tongue as Mad Eye Moody. It's like the most
And
embarrassing.
the worst
scene
thing
in
about
all
that is he is an
movies.
A+ actor. David Tennant, he's the doctor.
I know.
He's
It was
Kilgrave,
wasted.
which is the scariest villain of all time in any Marvel thing.
So embarrassing.
He's a fantastic actor. Like
Ridiculous.
A+.
They just telegraphed it to all the little 8-year-olds who are just loving their lives watching that movie. Okay,
Except my
we need to
kid.
set the
He's strong.
yeah. We need to set the stage of what we're actually doing here. And we are
Wait, so
doing
who's 3rd and 4th?
Oh, well,
You're-
it's just Scott, Barry, Hunter, me.
Hunter's last.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah, William's last.
I'm last. I
And
wanna
what we're
go
doing
last.
here,
I'm going to write it down
is
because I'll
a-
forget.
William, you're an idiot.
Yes, I am. But guess what? I'm a lot better than you at Harry Potter trivia.
This is true.
I'm
I
not
made
going
it
to remember
almost
the
to
order,
last
but
one.
I'll remember other stuff.
I feel really proud. I was this close to. I would have won because technically it's just whoever ends correctly. So I think
Yeah.
I've been building. Next time I'm going to beat you. Next time I'm going to cheat. That's what I'll do.
Fair.
I feel okay with that. Okay, what we're actually doing today is a draft on what Harry Potter adaptations we want to see. And it doesn't actually matter the venue. It could be a play, it could be a show. Mine are really focused on like HBO show, as the new HBO show coming out next year. What else could they do after this? If this has some momentum, what would we want them to do next? And we haven't really talked about this. I mean, like Barry, I'll point this one at you. Like, are you excited for the show? Are you following what's happening in the news? Are you disappointed they didn't choose another story? Like, what are your thoughts on the HBO show?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
I am really just happy that they chose to do it. Could they have done another story? Yeah, that could have happened. But I think the upside of this is getting a whole like satisfying all the people like you guys potentially who
Yeah.
getting the extra stuff you didn't get before.
Space
so-
to breathe.
Yeah, and so I also think that it also gives it's the surest way of providing avenues for spinoffs. Because if you make
Yes.
another spinoff like they did with Fantastic Beasts and it bombs, that's the end of the franchise. But if this does well, then it's like, it could
Agreed.
have success as TV shows and stuff like that.
Lay the
They've done with
groundwork.
Game of Thrones, right?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Like Game of Thrones has like the original and then 2 other shows just spun off of it.
Let's do it. Hunter, I have a slightly different question for you. Are the Hawks the best team in the NBA?
Here's the thing. We score right now. Halftime, we were up. We're about to win. Yeah, we're about to win our 10th game in a row.
10th
And we've
straight game.
And we've stayed at the 9 seed in the East the entire time. Have not budged, and I'm losing it.
I know.
It's
The
so
Spurs,
tough.
we own your pick, and I'm really not happy about that because I really think like if we got another top pick, it would just really round out the roster.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a lottery pick from us. Sorry.
That's
I
too
mean,
bad.
are we headed for Hawks Spurs NBA Finals? I feel like they're the two best
please,
teams in the league
yes.
right now.
It would be a murder fest. Yes, please.
No way. Wemby doesn't want to see Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, or his countryman, whatever his name is.
We
Reese
forgot about
Shea.
him already. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. He's a bench player.
I shouldn't talk. I'm the most spoiled person alive.
Yes, you are. We could have Hawks versus Hornets though play-in. Hornets never get to host a play-in game, so I don't know if I'll ever get to see the Hornets play in a playoff game, but I can watch from afar as they travel somewhere else, as always. So pretty exciting. Hunter, if you have an HBO show take, you can also give that, but also just wanted to call out Hawks. They're hot.
They're hot. I'm also excited for the show. I couldn't agree more with Barry, and I think it's a great opportunity to bring more fans in of Harry Potter, ultimately, more than a spinoff would. Because a spinoff mostly is for current fans, whereas doing the show gives, I think, people that like have never watched the movies or never read the books, gives them a different avenue to get to experience a really great story for the first time. So excited. I think there's going to be a lot of conversation that's going to be fun to have around the show whenever it comes out.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that before, of like bringing in these new first time people of when the books were coming out, they captured a generation of readers. Well, people don't read anymore, so they watch HBO. So this is like the new way of getting the people the most. So yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I like that take.
Yeah. That's a good point. I like it too. Let's get them all. And yes, hopefully satisfy the Williams and the Scotts of the world, and all good things. I want it all. And what we're gonna do again is
the movies at 8. Even if you love the movies, they're a little aged. Right? I mean, like,
yeah, absolutely.
25 years ago, the first one came out.
For sure.
So
even if you can love both. You can love everything, which a lot of people do. I'm envious.
We're all more or less at least like close enough to the same age, right? Me and Scott are older than y'all, I'm pretty sure, but like
a few years.
1990.
Yeah, 19. But like we're close enough, right? I mean,
not that far.
What's it? The Phantom Menace came out in 1999. Original Star Wars was 1977. That's longer than
20.
The Harry Potter to now.
It's good math.
I'm waiting for them to redo the prequels in a show format as well. We'll see how that goes.
That would be very toxic. That'd be really toxic.
And I'm here for it. I'll start a Star Wars trivia show right before it comes out.
That would be toxic.
Deal. William can join.
I would. I got thoughts.
Okay, so we're gonna have 4 picks each of the next thing we want to see HBO do, or again any other venue. I think Barry's specifically might have.
Show.
Yeah, I like that.
Just Dolores Umbridge telling everybody what to do.
Half breeds.
Can we make up stuff like? Can I do an alternate reality where like Umbridge and Trump are like?
Yeah,
like she's president of she's the prime minister. But she's Prime Minister of England of the Muggles, and
Frog
he's
face,
the president.
some are known to say. Ribbit lady.
You have to get all your bits in that voice. Yes. We had some YouTube comments of like, the best part was Barry. Why was it so short? And I was like, we made him go 10 minutes after we stopped recording. So we got to do better. All right. I'm the number 1 pick, and I'm not scared. And here's what I want for the number 1 pick. And again, we're doing this because William and I have basically read all the peripherals of Harry Potter. So we moved kind of past the 7 books, and we read every essay, every other small book. We read The Cursed Child, Fantastic Beasts, everything. And there's some stuff I've never read before. I had a lot of fun, and had a lot of fun with some of the new schools. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to take... I'm pretty sure I know what William's 1-1 is, and I don't know why he didn't want to be first, because he's a coward. But I'm not going to take over, Morty. I want a Triwizard tournament between 3 schools that we haven't seen yet, which is Ouagadougou, the African school, Castelabruchu, the Amazon school, and Mahuto, thank you, the Japanese school. And I want a Triwizard tournament that crescendos to like one episode we just meet one school, the next episode we meet that other school, then the third episode we meet this school, and slowly they come together, and all the schools are so unique and so different. The African school is the one that I really want, where they like half the school seems like they're animagus by the time they're 14, except they're turning into like African animals, and there's just cheetahs and elephants running around, and I want to see that very badly. The Amazon school is like in a golden temple in a completely unreachable place in the Amazon rainforest, and they're masters at herbology and Majuzoology, however you say that. Amazing. And then the Japanese school, I think, is hilarious, and I would never want to go there, but they're pretty awesome, and they have those robes that snitch on you, like if you break the law, like it'll turn white, and everyone knows.
I would not last.
Yes, I bet the Japanese school wins overall, though. They seem very disciplined, and they probably dominate the Triwizard tournament. But I want 3 new schools, 3 new places, Just give us a whole new thing, but bring us something familiar that we're all aware of. Give us a Triwizard Tournament, and I'll watch every second of it. That's my 1-1.
Beautiful. Love it.
I mean, you could have taken that like at any point in the draft. Nobody would have taken it.
I feel like that's going to be true for everything
that's-
except for the Marauders. Like, I don't know what besides the Marauders is like
I just
people's
wanted,
list.
Matt, dude, you could have said like the greatest answer in the world, and I would have just like taken a big dump on it. No matter
I
what you
did
said.
say the
That
greatest
is
answer in the
true.
world.
You could have been like William, you're amazing. We're going to London and we're gonna go see the show, and I'd be like, Scott, that was a terrible idea. I don't know.
Scott, I'll hand it to you. It's a good pick.
Thank you, Hunter.
That's
You were
pretty
nice
good.
on the last draft, and you're being nice again, so I appreciate it.
The Triwizard Tournament would be great to see. Do you have any initial thoughts on what the task would be, or do you just not want to spoil it in case it happens?
Great question. All I know is that I want a student to turn into like a leopard halfway through one of the tasks and just run through whatever they're doing, just destroy whatever they have
Task
to
2
do.
is just a foot race.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like
we know
another
what school's
maze.
winning that one.
It's just like another maze. He turns into a cheetah and just dominates it. Yeah, like I would,
There you
I
go.
would watch
Come
that
on.
all day. So no, good call. I did not think about the task, but yeah, I'm in for anything.
It's a great pick. Also, William, you got a little guest in the back there.
Yes, that is Sybil the cat.
Shut it up. Be the alpha. Do something about it.
Sybil, stop.
I'm assuming named after Sybil Trelawney.
Yeah, Sybil Trelawney. I have a cat named Tonks and a dog named Remus.
That's great.
Ridiculous. All right, Barry, you're up.
And a tomato plant named Mimbulus Mimbletonia that my kid's named.
That's funny that they named it that because that's
Right.
book 5, and you just said they finished book 4.
Yeah, they just started book 5 because the audiobook. Well, they already read book 2, but anyway.
My number 1 pick would be I want a show focused on Teddy Lupin, the son of
Ooh.
Remus and Tonks.
Oh, that's really good.
In my head, I feel like sequels are inherently better than prequels because prequels, you kind of know what's going to happen. It's not true every time, but as a general rule of thumb. So we get to keep that mystery element of what could happen, what could take place. And also, there's during the book 7, Lupin was a little worried of like, oh, is he going to have any side effects from being my son? And, I know he's not a werewolf, but you could play around with that of like, maybe he has certain tendencies or there's, as he's going to Hogwarts, potentially you could get stories of something happens in which Greyback breaks out of prison. Fenrir shows himself again, or
there you go.
Dolohov breaks out of prison because we know Dolohov was taken out in a duel by Flitwick. But hey, everybody's breaking out of Azkaban these days. So Dolohov, the one that kills his parents, so he gets out as well. And then
That's really good.
yeah, I just some kind of cool long story there of each year you could do a full 7 years with him, different character. You could bring back old ones, bring new ones in. Maybe there's something about a cure for lycanthropy that's discovered, or I don't know, like something you could play around with a whole lot with him. And I think also he could be a metamorph magus, and that'd be fun.
True.
And all right,
Certainly is.
I might tank my pick here by adding this last element, but I want it to be animation to make it
Yeah,
distinctly different
I love animation.
than
love
the main series.
So down.
Animation will be sick. That would be. There's so much good animation. I love.
Then the
animation.
metamorphosis stuff would work. The werewolf
what I'm
stuff would work
saying.
so much
Yeah.
better. Like
You don't have any
Yeah.
limits on like what you can show visually.
You can be so that
CGI
like,
budget.
And we
what
could all
Scott-
voice people.
Yeah, there you go. But like, I
Nobody
think
wants
animation's
this
great
voice.
because like I mean it's kind of like have y'all seen like everyone's seen like all the Disney live action stuff,
Mhm.
right? So like if you compare like the live action Lion King, which is just all CGI, compared to like the one that we grew up with in the 90s, like the new one's ugly. Like
It's
compare
not even
like
close.
it's like all the voices are great. They all did a good job, but you're like, why would I watch a real looking lion when I can see the expressions on an animated lion's face? Like it's so much better.
Mhm. Not only that, but like, Japanese anime is on the rise right now. It's so popular. Like shows like Demon Slayer have such incredible graphics that you could what the spells could do and
Academy
look like in
Award
this.
winning.
Exactly. So Teddy Lupin series, animated series.
Also, he was
mine.
a baller. Like he was macking on Victoire. I mean,
Yeah, he was.
Poland there.
Poland. This morning, I read one of the only essays like William and I didn't cover, and they talked about how when werewolves mate, they make wolves that are just like tame but super smart, and that's the werewolves that live in the forest. And I would just like to take this, and like Teddy like befriends them and like becomes like friends with the werewolves in the forest.
Freaking Arya Stark walking around with
exactly.
his,
Exactly. And I think I'm going to do this for basically every pick, but if this was William's pick, this is how I would make fun of it. We already have a story about an orphan who goes to Hogwarts, and I don't think we need another one. So that's what I would say if William picked this, but I'm not going to say that.
Whose parents were killed when he was a baby?
Yeah, I feel like we've already
and if I was William, and I would just be like, and we already have a whole movie and book about a Triwizard tournament.
Oh, first of all, we don't have a movie about a Triwizard tournament. We have a piece of crap that doesn't make any sense and needs to be erased from our vision. But yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If you were William. That's
if I was William.
But you're not. That was a good idea.
My middle name is William.
It's a great middle name.
So is mine.
Ooh. Hunter?
Sorry, guys. Nope.
Come on.
Would be got dead with the middle name William.
What an idiot. My middle name is Collier. No one has that middle name.
That's true.
Barry, that's great. That'd be a really cool story.
Thank you.
All right. Guys, you're probably going to see a common theme in all of my picks today because I don't think any of you guys are going to take these. Mine are all essentially either extensions and connected pieces of art to already existing shows or movies that I've got, or they're just straight up ripoffs or parodies of already existing things that I love that I just want to see in Harry Potter instead. And so we're going to start with, I want another season of Ted Lasso, but he becomes coach of the Holy Head Harpies. And he doesn't know anything about the magical world, doesn't know anything about Quidditch. Also, he's coaching an all-girls team, which I think is what they're already working on for like the next season of Ted Lasso. But it's still just Jason Sudeikis from Kansas going out to the UK to coach a Quidditch team. And there it is.
That is amazing. That is beautiful. Your theme, I'm sure I'm going to very enjoy during all of this.
I hope
I do have a question. Like, is Quidditch off the table now? I guess would be my question. Like, obviously, I didn't pick Ted Lasso Quidditch, but
you can make the argument depending on what it is.
I think you could, I think you could come up with
I'll say this show is extremely very coach centric. Like it's centered on the coach. And so if it's a different focus, then maybe.
If you were William,
it would be awesome.
If you were I can't. Is this going to be a theme now every time?
I don't know what I would say. That's this is pretty clever and
that's right.
Great job.
Criticize it.
Great job. No, that's a great job.
Nah, Scott's going soft.
Stop the count on the votes. That's call it here.
Stop it.
The problem is Cassie's going to get your vote now because she loves Ted Lasso, and that's going to make me angry.
Let's go. Thanks, Cassie.
Awesome. And I love Ted Lasso, so great.
I've never seen it.
It's worth watching.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's worth watching the Harry Potter season when that comes out.
I would love it if your next one is like, okay, think of Prince of Egypt, but instead it's you just so add some Harry Potter thing.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe.
Hold on, let me erase that one.
We just watched like the Joseph musical on Sunday. I'm like, how could I?
Oh yes,
Joseph in the Dreamcoat, Color Dreamcoat.
It's a classic. So did we.
The part is, I look
Dolores in the Technicolor
Dreamcoat. That would be
Joseph gets
the Gilderoy Lockhart. Gilderoy Lockhart could be that.
Yes, that would be perfect.
Could be Joseph.
All right, William, what do you got?
All right. I mean, I'm just going to go chalk because I'm not going to be creative because of like the two coolest things of mine, I guess. But I still have space in the draft. So number one for me is Ilvermorny, period. I mean, if you've read that story, it's flat out incredible. I think I would want it to be, I think it would be, I think a movie. Like I tend to say TV show because like if you can just drag something out and make it longer, like I like that. But I think it's a pretty taut story. Like you could make
Ilvermorny
it
could work as a movie.
I think it'd be a really good movie. So I would go Ilvermorny movie. That whole story is incredible. The story of like, love breaking a curse and all that stuff, like the wands and adding to the lore of like Slytherin and all this stuff. It's an absolutely amazing story. And it would be really interesting to see like that time period. Like
Mhm.
not a lot of movies and shows are, Mayflower time period. So it
It's
would be
probably
really
'cause there's
interesting
Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
because they're not about wizards, Scott.
Jeez.
No, I was
I
just
will.
just keep going. No, I'm sorry. This is your
So
podcast too, I
Ilvermorny,
guess. Oh.
nominally. Yeah, that would be number one. And then like number two, I'm gonna go with like a TV show about the Marauders. But what I would do is it wouldn't be about like their first couple years or 3 years. It'd probably start when they're like 5th year, 4th year.
Yeah.
Because it's really about like the rise of the Dark Art, the rise of Voldemort and like
Mhm.
their place in that world.
And they aren't.
And
They can't transform until their 5th year either.
right, yeah.
Exactly.
So like, like, kind of like,
And I want to see that.
yeah, like you want to see like how they become that, right?
I want all the detail.
And like them, Sirius just
Luring Snape down underneath the tree.
like how much they all hate each other. It would be great to learn more about them and just see, really just like broaden the world of the first Wizarding War. And like, I mean, it would probably consume everything that you're talking about at schools. Like,
Who wants to see me take Snivelus's pants off?
Yeah, there you go.
And then show us because it's HBO, so we
Gee.
deserve to see it.
They're children.
So we were going to see Snape's butt hanging out in the midair.
Exactly.
Yeah, so those would be my top two. So TV show for that one. I think that would be better as a TV show.
I agree.
And you could watch when you read back on like all the stuff, like James Potter, like he sucked. He was terrible. And it would be good to see like a better arc of like how he actually got Lily to like him, because in like the little snippets we get, he's a spoiled brat. He's like Draco, but not evil. Yeah. So
I see that. How long would the twin cores fight be in your movie? Because I think it needs at least like 25 minutes.
in the
in
Ilvermorny
Ilvermorny.
one.
Yes.
Oh,
That's my favorite
that
part.
would be the epic. Yeah, like
25 minutes.
that'd be like
Marvel,
the last.
maybe
That'd be the
longer.
last. That'd be like the last half hour of the movie, right?
Yeah,
Is
it's
like
just a Marvel like
Gormleth
CGI
Gaunt,
takeover.
like sneaking up and like tracking them down to their castle.
I love it.
That would be freaking awesome.
Well, I'm not sure what the point of going last was when you're just gonna pick the. I mean,
I play.
you already
Two of
knew
the
what you were
most
going to
basic
take.
Picks.
Yeah, I was like, what was the point of?
They're
going
good
last?
picks, and they're the right picks.
Right.
Favorites
I am
people
basic.
want.
Beautiful picks. American picks.
I knew.
What
I
They're
knew-
American picks.
I should have taken them just to spite you, but it's fine.
Look,
That's
we might have
great.
15 voters this time. Let's just
True.
hope it stays.
Well, there's going to be, I don't know, 12 between our 4 accounts each, so we're going.
That's true.
We're going up.
I
All right.
have one account.
And I'll take your vote, please, William. Thank you. Because here's my second pick.
Voter fraud.
You'll see a couple of similar themes here. All right, it's a movie. The title is Galleon Ball, which is basically Moneyball, but it's Quidditch. And you've got a new GM of the Chudley Cannons who starts using analytics to try to turn their entire team around, and they end up winning. Do they do like a Club World Cup? I don't know exactly what. Is it just the
Kind of
finals?
Champions League, some kind of Wizards
I don't
Champions
know.
League.
I don't know exactly what the league.
I mean, they have a
is, the
league.
champion. Yeah. So
Yeah.
whatever the final is, the Chudley Cannons start doing it by just getting these like, scrappy players that fit all these analytics.
Right. I have a thought about that, Hunter. I've given this some thought about this. I don't think there's enough wizard population to sustain like a strictly English or British league, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Of like 20. So like the Premier League is 20 teams, right? Like American sports, we have like 30, 32, like whatever, more teams, bigger country, bigger teams, right? More teams. No, the wizard world, Europe should have like we only know a few Quidditch teams anyway, right?
4
Polyhead
tops.
Harpies. Tutsil tornadoes, Chudley cannons, all that.
This is a level 6 question. We have like at least 8. I'll
Well,
find
my
it.
point is that the population of wizards it would have to be a
Wasps.
European league. It would have to be a European league. Or at least like
you're
half
probably
of Europe.
right. Yeah, it's not
Like, it
just
couldn't-
British Premier League.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
it wouldn't
you're right.
really work. Especially, also, like, travel means nothing to wizards. They can travel anywhere
Yeah,
instantaneously.
They're literally also already on brooms anyway. So I think it's travel on the
Good
brooms,
point.
right?
Good point.
But this is going to be new GM Chudley Cannons doing analytics
Great
turn
pick.
around the team. And the analytics are going to use specifically, I'm going to go ahead and spoil the movie, is they're not going to go for the snitch, but they're going to attack the other seeker until they can just score 150 more points. That's the entire team strategy. That's how you build the entire team. This team actually doesn't even have a seeker. They don't care about getting the snitch. 4 chasers.
William's face. I love this. There is
4
definitely some
chasers,
strategy.
legal. I
The
doubt
enemy
that's
seeker
legal.
is unable to
ab-
battle.
arbitrage here. No,
Hey,
that's
there's a way to make it happen. Anything's legal.
That's
Also,
true.
this
The
takes
question-
place. Also, this
Yeah.
takes place before that one game where all 700 fouls are committed. And so I
everything's on the
imagine,
table.
There's a lot on the table. Yeah.
That game is the first Quidditch World Cup of all time. So
Mhm.
that's impossible.
Not
But Quidditch was
impossible.
invented before that. It just wouldn't be a World Cup. It would be a league of
Yeah.
some kind.
The
Yeah, but then
Chudley
the Chudley
Cannons did
Cannons
not
aren't
exist
around.
before that game. This is impossible.
You
Oh,
don't know
there's a
that.
time turner
What
involved.
year
I
did the
do know
Chudley
that.
Cannons start?
We made it work.
What year did the
I
Chudley
know.
Cannons start?
I will find out, but
You don't
They
know.
didn't?
Because
they
there's
didn't start
not an
before
answer.
1492 or whenever the first Quidditch World Cup was.
You just
Right.
looked at
Ridiculous.
Barry's shirt.
That's a good point, actually. Okay, my real question, though, if you were William, I guess my question would be, do they win in a championship or do they win with like a meaningless 20-game regular season winning streak, which is the climax of Moneyball, which I always hated? Where it's like they didn't actually win. They just went on a winning streak and were like, oh, maybe this works. Maybe we should all do this, It was weak.
My movie, they win championships.
That's good to hear. This is just, my basilisk does not my basilisk does not get beat by a
I don't
bird,
pick
and my money
losers.
ball,
No shot.
my galleon ball, a funny
Galleon
answer.
ball. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
except for your last part on the 700 fouls. So please retract that, and I support your pick.
Great. Cassie, just cut it out if you think it doesn't get votes.
Good call. She will not care, as she already stated. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I don't care.
And that's love.
All right, Barry.
My pick. Okay, so I have a question. You said a Triwizard Tournament TV show was what you had suggested. I had a
Yes, I did.
Triwizard Tournament themed thing, and so we can discuss whether or not this is okay or not. I don't know if that's completely off the table. Like Hunter
would
just
just
said
like
two
to
Quidditch things. So
I would just like to start with, you made fun of picking a Triwizard Tournament, so please retract that, and then I will
I didn't-
approve doing a Triwizard Tournament.
I rebutted your critique.
Roll the tape. Run it back. What did he say?
And you'll notice I said a Triwizard Tournament movie and book, but in this one, I think a Triwizard Tournament arena play, like a medieval times, and you can show up and you're given like your whichever school is you're in that section. There's a different ending each time. It can play out different, like it's all around the country.
I would go to that.
all the
I would go to
places
that.
that
Yeah,
have
I
it.
would.
There's even like Yule Ball themed dancing that takes place in the middle of it as like the intermission thing. I think it would be such a banger of an event.
This sounds way better than like the $800 that William paid to take his family to that like Harry Potter Enchanted Forest.
And I
That
really want
was
to go to that
expensive.
too.
It wasn't $800, but that was my kids
Yeah, but
enjoyed
this
that.
one can reach even more parts of the country since you can just put it in the places where they have medieval times.
Barry, that is a great pick, going well beyond our normal medium of television. That's a great pick. Although
I
I
feel
did pick Triwizard
and it-
first, but whatever. Keep going. Go.
And
go,
it keeps
Hunter.
like the fandom alive and like experiencing different things too. It's not just
Yes.
stuck with the movies or books or games, but it expands it into another enjoyable thing.
I feel like I love this pick, Barry, and I feel like when it comes to like similar maybe concepts or ideas, I feel like overall it should be allowed if it's cool enough or better than the first idea, which this one is.
I would just like to say I
But if I was
appreciate
William,
that.
what would you say?
I'm going to say to William right now that Hunter Barry, I appreciate your creativity, and your creativity makes William look so much worse, where he's just picking the most basic answers in the world, and you guys have put some real level of thought to this. So this is exciting. This is exciting.
To push back a little bit, I don't know how creative Hunters are when he just goes, all right, this thing, but
Whoa.
Harry Potter.
It's a good. He picked a theme and he's going with it. I can
Moneyball, but
respect
Harry
that.
Potter. Ted Lasso, but
Hey,
Harry
you
Potter.
just wait. There's more, and it's even better.
Like Star
That is
Wars,
hilarious.
but Harry Potter.
So Harry Potter.
Okay, gotta cross that one off.
So he's raised by his uncle, and then a mysterious person. Okay. All right, we're on the final of round 2. I guess I get to go back to back. Exciting for me. And I'm going to give a Quidditch. I'm going to give a Quidditch pitch right now, pun intended. And here's what I want. It's all of mine are HBO show related. That's the whole vein. That's the whole thing. Is like since 2012, William and I have been saying HBO, literally HBO, needs to make a Harry
You
Potter
found it in
show.
our text, didn't you? Like going back
Yes.
to that year.
Like as soon as we met and reconciled and decided we both hated the movies passionately, HBO show. We've been saying it for 13 years. It's here. And
Why did you have to reconcile when you first met?
just we had to get to know each other. You can't just like spurt out like I hate Harry Potter movies. You have to get to know each other. Reconcile is not the right word. You're right. Anyways, HBO show, and it's a Quidditch series. But each show covers a different season. It's like White Lotus, where it's like you're just following this group of people, and this is the first time you're meeting them. Episode 1's the first time you meet them, and their story is finished by the end of the season, and then you move to the next one. You could recast a couple people, whatever it is. But they're all Quidditch based. I didn't have any Ted Lasso themes, but I had themes that are seasons that we're already aware of. The first one is, again, this is why I know, it's the first Quidditch World Cup where the 700 penalties occur. I would love to see that. I would love to see the build up to that, the literal creation of Quidditch. When I imagine it, could be animation, could not be, because I feel like it's literally just like Space Jam when they're just like doing all the crazy things at the middle of the court, and like there's bombs and like just crazy things happening. That's how I imagine that. I would also like to see a season with Victor Crumb's redemption story. Reading through that with William, I read that like, I don't know, in 2016 when it came out, but actually reading it again, and I was like, Victor Crumb is such a loser. Like, I can't believe he just bowed out after 8 seasons and sucks. And then I was like, oh, he's back, and then, oh, he's winning, and then he totally redeems himself, and I would love to see that. And then I would also, there's 2 more that I would love to see from the essay of like a history of the Quidditch World Cup. This would be seasons 3 and 4 at this point. The tournament that nobody remembers, when they all just when they had tickets, they had advertising for it, and then they all woke up the next day and nobody knew what happened. Nobody could remember the game. One of the teams woke up tied up in a basement, and nobody knows what happened. And the final one is when Nico Nanad loses his mind and enchants an entire forest to come and attack the Quidditch Cup as he's playing in it, and actually dies during that action. And after 7 hours of fighting, the wizards are able to stop the attack of the killer forest. So basically a Quidditch show to show all of the different Quidditch series that J.K. Rowling has ever showed us. That was a long one. I apologize, but I'm worth it. And it's my podcast.
If you were anyone but Scott, I would tell you that was a good idea. And what I would tell them is that this reminds me of an anthology series of like, have you ever watched like Tales of the Jedi or Tales of the Empire, like on Disney Plus, or like Marvel What If? Like it would be like that. They don't have to be long. They could be short, like 15 minutes or something, even for some of these if you wanted. But like that's what it reminds me of. It's like an anthology series of like one-off, like I guess yours has a continuation of Quidditch as a theme, but
I do.
That would be really, really fun.
What do they do in the NFL where like every season they go behind the
Hard
scenes?
Knocks?
Yeah, Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
Quidditch Hard Knocks.
Quidditch Hard Knocks would be I think probably the only way to really make like that work. Otherwise, I think there's not enough for like a whole season for like each of these things.
Well, that's the
unless
thing.
you go with the
I feel like Quidditch, like some of these people have to be like the
characters.
NBA back in the day. They're plumbers. They're doing other jobs.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
know. The
I don't
economic
actually care about the
support.
Quidditch. Like, just make up character backstories and make everybody interesting, and then you have like 4 things you have to hit on the actual Quidditch. But like, Quidditch matters less. It's just
That's how you sell a Quidditch TV show. Quidditch. Who cares about the Quidditch?
I'm just saying, we still haven't seen any good Quidditch
That's
on
what
TV
made the
yet.
movie
Like,
so great.
Can we just go
How
back to
much they
Marcus
cared about
Flint?
Quidditch.
Marcus Flint just kicking people off his broom as he's not flying anywhere. It's like the most
Take that
embarrassing joke
side.
ever. It's ridiculous.
And then like
It's
people just
ridiculous.
fall like 100 feet through a stand and like
Oliver
die.
Wood
Yeah,
dies in the
those are
first
fine.
Quidditch match. Angelina Johnson dies in the first Quidditch match. There's just a lot of deaths.
And
that nobody
Oliver
seems to
dies
care
in the
about.
second Quidditch match.
Yes. I mean, garbage. They're all garbage. All right. That's my second pick. I'll try to be a little faster on this third pick. This is going to get a little dark. This also came through our reading of all these Harry Potter essays, and I would like basically a horror show. So again, HBO, make it real, make it adult, of Azkaban and its origin, where we learn about this through J.K. Rowling's short essay. Yes. Yeah, I can't say it. Thank you, William. Echrysitis, I can't say it. But anyways, basically a psychopath created Azkaban and was luring Muggle sailors and torturing them and murdering them. And yeah, this sounds sick to say it out loud, but then he dies. I'd like to see how he dies. I'd like to believe some heroic Muggle brought him down somehow. And when he dies, the enchantments go away and the Ministry of Magic discovers him. And it's just this line that has captivated me, where it says, "Those who entered to investigate refused afterwards to talk about what they found inside, but the least frightening part of it was that the place was infested with Dementors." So basically, the scariest thing in Harry Potter is the least scary thing on the island or the fortress of Azkaban. And I would love to know more. I probably wouldn't watch it. I don't even like scary things. But I'm captivated by this very short essay. So that's my third pick.
I think that's a really cool idea for this world that's so known for its whimsy to all of a sudden just come out with a show that's horror based and absolutely terrifying. And you could get like the unspeakables in the Ministry going to investigate it or something.
Yes.
And
It's
as they go
funny.
through it, different things happen. As above, so below type movie. I don't know.
It's
I
like
like the
because everything in the
Unspeakables.
wizard world is like so harsh and horrific, but it's all played for a joke, right? Like people get like permanent gruesome injuries. Like, hey, he's had those horns for a while, or just random stuff like people dangling their nephews out of a window and then dropping.
She
them.
was never
And-
able to stop reading that book. She
Yeah,
just
like
stopped
and it's
reading
like
it
that's like
forever.
a normal part of life. Like, oh yeah, that happened to her. Yeah, my uncle saw Graham. He kicked the bucket. Like just random horrible stuff they all live with. But it's all played for a joke. This one would be less so. It'd be like, no, this is awful.
Oh yes. Oh yes. So not for your kids. That's my third pick. So all right.
Dig it.
That's pretty good.
Back to Hunter.
No.
Back to me.
Oh yeah.
No, just kidding.
No, I
No,
think
it is
I think
Barry.
it's me.
Barry.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
Barry.
Barry.
I apologize, Barry. I apologize.
No problem. I was really nervous because when you said spooky, I thought you were going to steal my pick, but I'm going to even take a bigger risk and wait to do it for the fourth round because the one I have next is one I think somebody might take. I want Martin Miggs, the Mad Muggle,
Yeah, that's so good.
and I want
That's
him
awesome.
gone Ministry Man, where he ends up working for the Ministry of Magic. Somehow, maybe he has special glasses. I don't know. Somehow he's able to see what's going on in there, and he like very Jack Sparrow, Bugs Bunny type character that ends up solving all their problems just by accidentally doing it. Martin Miggs, Mad Muggle, Ministry Man would be the tagline of it. And I think, I was going back and forth. I think I'm still trying to decide whether like a actual comic book series like it is in the show in the books would
Right.
be good, and that could be something weekly that comes out. And again, it's another form of medium that we could ingest as Wizarding World
So
fans, or you could play it as like an Office type show where it's like, well, who's that guy over there? Like, what's he doing? Martin's like, I have no idea. I think I'll go with the comic book though, just in keeping with so we can get it on a weekly basis. It never stops, just keeps going, adventure after adventure, chapter after chapter. Martin Miggs,
Another
Mad
great
Muggle.
medium. Another great medium from Barry.
Great pick.
Thank you,
It's
thank you.
really good.
So, like, the Weasleys are the ones we see with Martin Miggs, the Mad Muggle, right? And like, William and I make fun of Arthur a lot for not knowing anything about Muggles, despite thinking he knows everything about Muggles. How do we think he's depicted as a Muggle by wizards. Like, do you think
There's
it makes
no
any
way
sense?
it's accurate.
I think it's degrading for sure.
What I think it probably actually is just a normal muggle doing normal muggle things, but because they're wizards, they're like, he's mad. Look at
Whoa!
him. He used a telephone.
That's a good point. Which,
Telephone.
again,
That's
if you were
right.
William,
That's right.
yes, which is why I want to say, if you were William, I was hoping you'd say something like that. If you were William, I'd say, why would a bunch of muggles buy a comic about a muggle? Basically.
But he's in the wizarding world. And so that way,
You're right.
it's,
You
it's
flipped
literally,
it. You're right.
It's us in the wizarding world. It's like Kowalski in
Right,
the
Kowalski.
Fantastic Beasts. You know, he's a self-insert.
I like that. Because it's
on.
from you, Barry. If it was from
Okay.
William, I wouldn't like it. But good work. The
What if it was
mediums
from
are
me?
my favorite part. Probably not. I think you've moved past Barry level.
I've made it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Scott's
Congrats.
being mean to me. All right, time for my third pick. Guys, we're gonna stay on brand here. Not Quidditch though. Don't worry. But I don't know if you guys have actually. Here's the thing: I haven't watched this show that I'm about to talk about. But it's been a hit this past year. Won a ton of awards. It's called The Pit. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but imagine The Pit, medical drama, takes place within 24 hours. Every episode is 1 hour of the 24 hours, but it's St. Mungo's.
So 24?
And you just get to, it basically is 24 with Jack Bauer. But it's The Pit. It's literally just another season of The Pit, but it's St. Mungo's healers, and they're going through every episode, just an hour of just all these different injuries and maladies and all these things that are coming in. You get to see like every single floor and every single ward of
Gilderoy's
St.
the comic
Mungo's.
relief.
Yeah, Gilderoy Lockhart is absolutely there. Still played by Kenneth Branagh.
So is this more?
Dang.
Is this like the tone of like? I haven't seen The Pit, but my sisters watch it. Both of them do. And like, is this more of
Guys,
like a
watch it.
serious kind of tone, or is this more like Scrubs?
The Pit is very serious.
It'll be definitely more in the serious. There will
Okay.
be some levity just because of, I think, probably the oddity of the different injuries and maladies that there are. Like, oh yeah, this person's feet just keep swelling way too big. And just like obviously random magical things. But it is definitely more serious and more stressful. It'll
Like
show
the
the stress.
receptionist who's like family argument, eh? Like
Yeah,
people come
right.
in with with problems.
And again, I haven't seen The Pit. From my understanding, is it really focuses on like the stress of like the healthcare
Yes.
workers.
Very
And so
stressful.
we'll really be focused on the St. Mungo's healers in watching like their progress kind of throughout all these different maladies they're trying to solve.
You're definitely going to get Cassie's vote, and this is going to
Oh,
make
let's
me very
go.
sad. Do we
I
get
actually
like?
texted Cassie before this, said, "Hey, what are your favorite shows?"
And she replied with, I could not care at all.
she said, "Who is this? How do you have my number?"
That is a great idea. Do we get like Alicia Spinett showing up and or Katie Bell, I mean, and like McGonagall and like people we know who go there? Like, is this same time frame? That could be fun too.
Dumbledore's a regular
Yeah, which
guest.
means there'll be some like darker episodes because like if Lockhart's there, you'll have the long bottoms, and there's no like
Yeah.
levity there, and so there's some
No.
episodes that are gonna be really really dark. And honestly, I can see you having Neville show up to visit his
Right.
parents in an episode. And honestly, I think it would be kind of fun to also have when Arthur's there, and to
Yeah.
have everyone you
Play
just
that
get, like-
out.
but you just get like a sneak peek like through a window, like wait, that was Harry Potter.
Yeah, they're in the
And that's
background.
it. Yeah.
It's like Michael Jordan in whatever that movie was. You never see his face, but you know who
Oh,
that
in
was.
Air?
Oh, Space
In
Jam.
Air, yes. No, not Space Jam. In Air. Thank you, William. Good call. He's only got 2 movies. That's a great pick. I
Thank you.
love your
Thank
theme.
you.
I love your
It's
theme.
still
and
just called The Pit.
It's still just called The Pit.
It's just another season of The Pit.
good call.
Uh,
Barry's definitely got the glass half full on or glass half empty on this. You're not being original at all, actually.
No, but they're great ideas.
They are great ideas, and I will watch all of them.
all right, my turn.
Yes, sir.
Bring
I
us
go
home.
twice. I go twice, right?
Yes, you're finishing your
Um,
draft.
Okay, I'm finishing my draft. I mean, all right. So the first one I'm going to go with is I kind of debated like if I could do this as a video game or a TV
Ooh.
show or something like that. I don't know. But are y'all familiar with like Scourers, like the stories from like the colonial America and like the Scourers? Scourers. So they were like the rogue law enforcement. So like America in the colonial times, like a bunch of like wild people just moved here, like wizards and
Right.
non-wizards and such. And basically there was no rule of law. And
This is
so
good.
these rogue wizards just went around like hunting people, it like turned into the Wild West kind of thing, right? Like they would traffic. They were responsible for like the Salem witch trials, which in this world was like a very tragic thing, like that really happened. And then like they played a huge part in like the history of magic in America, and like no mages and wizards can't ever like marry or do anything because like the Scourers eventually like were hunting down their fellow wizards and turning people in for bounties and money, even making up and like framing people and lying. Anyway, they do all that and it's just like this. I'm thinking like this kind of like Old West,
Right.
like
They're sheriffs.
they're sheriffs, but like not good ones. Like they're bad
Right.
guys, and like
Most
maybe
sheriffs
there
are
could be
bad.
like a good guy who's like trying to bring some like order to the chaos of colonial America, right? And eventually, like the Scourers like married no mages, and their descendants like taught people to hate wizards, and like there was like a secret society of like all this evil stuff. So I think like a story
fun.
of that would be very interesting. And I thought of a video game because I was thinking like Red Dead Redemption, but like
Mhm.
for like, but you'd have to be like a good guy hunting down bad guys, that kind of thing.
I guess.
But yeah, I think a TV show would probably be the best for that. Is what I would.
It's a good
think.
pick. You're pretty
Um,
American centric right now. We have a pretty international audience. I don't know how this is going to fly, but
well, they're all
it's not bad.
immigrants. That's hot in the streets these days. These would all be recent immigrants from other parts of the world.
it's a good
Yeah,
point.
take that, Scott.
We could tell some broader stories.
And there would be a ton of natives because the natives were already here and they were magical. Some of them were. Yeah. So broaden your mind, Scott.
Okay.
That is one. And then the last one, I think this would be I want a story. It could be a short film, it could be a movie, but I want the story of Regulus Black finding out about the story, like how he discovered like Voldemort's thing and him taking Creature and like doing all that. And I want to like more backstory on Regulus, like his story of who he is, why he got cold feet. He was young, he joined up, he wasn't even really of age yet. Like he was a young man who got like twisted up in the excitement of the times, and he regretted it. And he actually played a massive role in discovering a huge secret of the Dark Lord. And I think a movie of Regulus' story would be very, very compelling.
I agree.
And what was it, Barry? You said you like sequels better. Like, I guess I can like a lot of prequel stuff, even though we know the story does not end happy for Regulus.
That's okay. It's a Rogue One story.
It's a Rogue. It's like Rogue One.
And Rogue
right?
One was
Like,
great.
Rogue One.
Exactly.
No, I still think
freaking
prequels can
fantastic.
be good. It's just they're fighting an uphill
You
battle.
box yourself in. You
Yeah.
box yourself in. But
Right.
yeah, I think the story about like Regulus and Creature and like it would expand a lot, like house elves and like how people like Regulus liked Creature. He was really nice to
Oh, yeah.
him. There's a lot there to kind of explore.
It'd be
I
a
think.
fun play of a bad guy who's actually good. And I think the Blacks are like super handsome, so we'd have some hot Hollywood actors playing him
Yeah,
in
for
Sirius.
sure.
So I'm in for
I
that. The
can do
Hemsworth.
it. I'll play
Should be the
Regulus.
Hemsworth, I think. One's
Yeah.
Chris, one's Liam. Should be fine.
I want them jacked.
Exactly. We all
I
know
don't want-
wizards are jacked. That makes total sense.
I'm in for that.
I'll say one thing though, and you guys can correct me based off my initial thing right here. Well, you mentioned that Regulus like plays a massive role, obviously, in the bringing down of Voldemort. Would it actually have been better if he didn't discover the locket? Because ultimately, him discovering Voldemort's secret only just causes like another like side quest that Harry has to do. Because like I don't, I off the top of my head, I can't remember if there's any events that are like butterfly effect from that reveal anything itself new to Harry, other than the fact that he now has to go track down this locket, even though Dumbledore already found like the same place that Regulus did. which is my only thought in terms of like, would it have been better if he didn't find out?
I don't know if it'd
I
be
agree.
better. I mean, like, but eventually Creature plays a role too, and like he even like helps at the Battle of Hogwarts and stuff.
That's what I was
Like,
going to say.
Yeah,
Does
but
he,
was he like
does he rally
that
the
important?
troops?
you know,
Seemed like he was leading the house elves, but
He did lead the
Yeah.
house elves out of the kitchens for sure.
would they have won without the house elves? Almost certainly.
the House Elves are incredibly powerful, and they should definitely be used more often. They're very powerful.
That's
Yes,
my
they are.
only. That's my only.
Yeah, I
Scott,
mean,
centric.
He actually
critique
played
of you.
zero. He had zero impact on Voldemort's downfall. That's a fact. Zero.
It's like
impact.
Regulus?
when people
Zero.
point out that thing about Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, where it's like Indy played no
yeah.
part in the eventual outcome of that story. Like the Nazis still would have found the Ark and still all died. Like they actually did
Yep,
nothing.
It's the same thing. Regulus Black
Regu-
is Indiana Jones.
Give him.
I think
give
it'd
him
be a
a
very
whip.
compelling story. I think
It is a
it'd be
compelling
really good.
story, but he definitely played zero role in the downfall of Voldemort.
I disagree. He
Zero.
discovered his secret. He proved Voldemort
And
was
did
so
not.
did
too
Dumbledore.
arrogant.
And
Too
did nothing.
arrogant that a nobody found out his secret.
And shared that secret with zero people and one elf. Dumbledore learned from that in threes. That's how you got to share secrets. Fine pick, William. But thank you, Hunter. I had the same thought.
You're
but
welcome. I couldn't leave all the criticism to Scott today. Sorry, William.
I appreciate
It's
that.
all
I
good.
appreciate that. All right. And William is done with his draft, so we don't have to hear from him anymore, and we can go back to Hunter.
William, you can prepare to critique mine.
Aw.
He muted himself.
Oh, so sad. So sad.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm back.
That's great. All right, my
Hold me
fourth
back,
pick.
Dad.
We're gonna go a little more serious and connected to the main story for my last pick. So we all know, I'm assuming that listeners, you guys have all read Harry Potter. I hope so. If not, William just gave you a ton of spoilers. So sorry if you haven't read Half-Blood Prince or Deathly Hallows. But
Embarrassing.
we all know
If you're
that
one of the 12 people
Sirius-
listening, you probably have. So.
Yeah, right.
13.
13.
13. When Sirius gets arrested after his duel with Peter Pettigrew, Sirius did not get a trial. Barty Crouch Sr. sent him straight to Azkaban, no trial whatsoever. They're like, no, we got enough
Straight to
evidence.
jail.
So what I'm going to pitch is essentially more of a what if of like, this is going to be like alternate universe type things. It's going to be what if Sirius Black got a trial, and so he's actually he gets to be presented in front of the Wizengamot, but specifically there's only 12 members of the Wizengamot, and it's 12 angry warlocks. And it's 12 angry men, but it's 12 angry warlocks, and they're stuck in a room, and they go through all the evidence laid out in the case in the trial of Sirius Black. And they eventually come to, based on how evidence is all laid out, come to find out that he is an animagus, and they come to basically the realization that like Sirius Black is innocent. And it all starts with one person on that Wizengamot. Who is that one warlock on the Wizengamot? It is, of course, Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore, as the one that doesn't think that Sirius did it right away. And it's 12 angry warlocks. I'll take my Oscar now, please.
As soon as you said alternate universe, I was like, so fanfic. This is fanfic.
Isn't it all?
It's a what if.
I guess I have one question. Have you actually seen 12 Angry Men? Because I did mean to make fun of that for The Pit. Like, I have to take you down if you haven't even seen The Pit. Like,
12 Angry Men is one of my favorite films of all time.
well, there you go. That's good. I'm glad
Never
you've at
seen
least- Me neither.
Highly
But now
recommend. It's great.
I want to.
Good flick.
That sounds
Yeah,
fun.
this
So,
isn't
like,
a 12 Angry Men podcast, but hey, guys, trust me, you want to go watch it. It's in my letterbox 4 favorites.
so this is like the beginning and the end of like it ends with like Sirius being innocent, and then we don't like play out like what happens over the next 13 years. Like it just ends with he's innocent.
Yeah, I'll let somebody else, do another spinoff if
I like
they
that.
want. You can choose that for your last pick if you want.
I like
That's
that.
very
He's-
generous of
A
you.
spinoff of my spinoff.
This is like slightly more relevant than Regulus Black, but also overall useless to the entire story. So I really like that as well.
I don't know if this would be useless. There's an entire book that is complete like
it's a filler. It has nothing to do with Voldemort. There's no Horcruxes. There's no
Voldemort doesn't return.
It's a filler.
I think Voldemort doesn't return.
Well, that's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to see if you play out beyond. He's innocent.
Well, that's just what'll happen. We're not going to play it out in this show. I know when to stop.
Quit while you're ahead.
Exactly right. Which I am in this draft, so that's my
Hunter
my
is
picks.
so far ahead right now. We definitely lost Cassie on 12 Angry Men, but probably doesn't matter.
I already got her votes. It's okay.
I agree. Gosh,
Both
dang
of
it.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay, it is time for the final pick. After I pick, we can recap. I won't do the recap this time. That was unfair.
Wait a minute.
You're skipping Barry again.
Skip me twice.
I skipped Barry again. Barry. All right. Cassie, she's not going to edit that, but I'm going to ask her to anyways. And Barry, I'm so excited to hear your last pick.
Fantastic.
And can't wait.
My last pick, I want a story on Ilias, Raxidian, and Eliana. The story of, and it happened years and years, a few hundred years ago, but Raxidian was this dude who lived with a colony of Dementors. And he wanted to attack this town, but for a while they had like a mutual agreement that Raxidian wouldn't mess with them and they wouldn't mess with him. One day, Raxidian is out and he sees Eliana, a woman from the town, picking berries, and he falls in love with her. He wants to marry her and he goes after her. But they're like, you can't have our woman. And so the town ends up trying, there's like a basically like a Battle of Hogwarts type event where he brings all his Dementors to attack the town, and they all cast their Patronuses to defend themselves. It's not working, but there's this character named Ilias who he was able to summon a Patronus, but only a tiny little mouse. And the village elders told him, that mouse isn't going to do crap. You go hang out in the shed, like with Eliana, and keep her company. And he ends up coming out as the last line of defense, and his little tiny mouse is able to drive off a bunch of the Dementors. Well, this pisses off Raxidian, who comes in and he says, like, a tiny little mouse Patronus shouldn't be able to defeat me. I'm going to cast my Patronus to fight yours. But being an evil, evil man who has like no happy memories, it says when he tried to cast the Patronus, a bunch of maggots came out of his wand and devoured him.
Whoa.
Which is very like King Herod in the Book of Acts. But anyway, I think like maybe a mini series about that would be cool, of just building up to like something like Night of the Seven Kingdoms, 6 short episodes, kind of dark and gritty. Something about Eliana, Raxidian, and Ilias. Live action.
I'd watch that.
Did J.K. Rowling write that, or did you make that up?
J.K. Rowling wrote that.
Where do we read this?
Well, okay, maybe I think she approved it. It's Hogwarts Legacy lore.
Oh, this is Hogwarts Legacy, which I'm only halfway through because I don't finish things in my life.
But it's not like part of the main story at all. It's just one of those little things you can find in the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? I was like, where's Barry taking me? I have never heard
about
any
that
of this.
part. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I've like
We like
City
100% of
Lore.
that game.
You know, it was weird when I was saying it. I was looking at both William and Scott, and I was like, they look like I said something wrong. They're just going to chime in and be like,
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, this is not one of the Pottermore Wizarding World things.
That's
I was
where
like,
I was
knew
at.
you weren't making it up, though. I knew it must be from somewhere. I was like, I just don't remember.
Well, I knew you
yeah.
were bringing in fan fiction because you already made fun of Hunter for like
That's
going
right.
half fan fiction. So I was like, this isn't fan fiction, because if it was, I would mute you and be like, stop. What are we doing here?
To be fair, he also made fun of me for not being creative, and he just picked something that already exists also.
Well, okay, that's what we're all doing, I feel like. I don't know. That's not a mic drop. That was not a mic drop moment.
Well, he did it anyway, Scott. What are you going to do?
edit that out. That's what he's going to do.
True.
Scott doesn't know how to
Scott
edit.
doesn't have that power.
No, I don't.
But yeah,
Barry, that was dramatic and beautiful, and I like
It'd be
it's
fun.
a really sick
That'd be a
story.
really fun series.
Yeah,
Have
maybe.
you ever read The Little Blue Truck?
No.
Yes.
It's a little kid's
Great.
story. Like the
Great
truck,
book.
this big dump truck gets stuck in the mud, and then like they all start pushing, and then they're not doing it, and then the little frog, the toad comes, and he's the last
He's
bit they
jacked,
need.
though.
Yeah, he's the last bit they need to get him out of the
Oh,
mud.
this is a real story, like real
No,
life, human life.
Yeah, this really happened.
It's not on Pottermore.
This is
Just the
a
other day.
Muggle
Children's
written
book.
story.
Is that one of
Yes.
the tales of Beetle the Bard?
That was one
Should
of
be.
my possible ones I thought
Mhm.
about doing.
Oh, yeah. One of my other possible ones was going to be like a Helga
Hey,
Hufflepuff.
I
with
haven't finished yet.
Oh,
What if I'm taking that?
I really don't think you're going to.
You're not creative or interesting as a human being, so no, you're
I'm
not
just saying
going
we
to.
have the opportunity to do honorable mentions, which I forgot to do on our last pod. But go
Mm.
ahead, Barry. You're right. I'm not doing anything Helga
I was
Hufflepuff.
going to say Helga
Oh.
Hufflepuff with
Guy
the
doesn't respect women.
with the house elves in a very like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like Willy Wonka type deal.
Wow, yeah, that's great.
Okay. In the much needed book only ultimate unofficial Harry Potter trivia, I have, some of my thoughts written down in the guide. And one of my thoughts is, can we get just a little more backstory on Helga Hufflepuff? I feel like even on Pottermore, it's still just like blah. And like everybody else has their thing. Like Salazar's a racist who can speak to snakes, and Godric has a sword and, the defender
And a
of all
hat.
things good. And a hat, yeah. Rowena, she's really smart, got the diadem. Helga
Attractive.
And a daughter.
and a daughter. So, congrats on that.
Not really.
And,
She did a bad job. Her daughter hated her.
That's a good point. Well, she envied her. Helga, what do we have?
Classic
her house-
mother
She's
daughter.
got a cup,
Classic mother-daughter
and she's got the
stories.
house elves. And actually, Helga gets everything else. That's what she said. She's like, I'll take everyone
the
else.
lot.
Yeah, we have fun.
I'm just saying. I would love a Helga spinoff, but only if she's really cool and elevates herself.
It's
'cause
just-
I'm tired
oh
of
my
the Hufflepuff
gosh.
hate.
Mrs. Doubtfire, Helga Hufflepuff version. Well, hello, dears.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a good.
great.
That's a good impression. That's a good impression. Okay, back to what I was saying before I kept skipping Barry, and I apologize for that. Is I'll finish the draft and then we can summarize. And I won't summarize everyone's for you, so be prepared. William's never prepared, so that's really why I always panic. But William's not first this time, so he'll have 3 people to go through and be prepared to give us his own picks if he can remember them. So that'll be
I
exciting.
might.
And then we can do some honorable mentions, and then we'll get out of here. My final. I was kind of hoping someone would take one of mine. No one has come close, as I suspected. And so I'm a little nervous about what to do. I'm going to do each episode could be each episode, could be each season, depending on how much we want to get into this, is one of Lockhart's books, but it's the real story
yeah.
of what
Uh-huh.
happens, not
that's great.
Lockhart making stuff. Okay, Hunter, it feels like you're being facetious, and
No,
I
I
don't
mean it.
appreciate it.
I love that. That's really great.
This would actually be
And-
really, really entertaining. This would be hilarious.
Because-
well,
Oh.
I hope you want it to be funny, not because obviously
Okay.
it's dark that he's stealing memories, but it would be funny.
Yes, and I don't know if Lockhart is like the main character. I feel like Lockhart shows up at the end of each like episode or season, and you're like, here he comes to ruin everything. But I feel like as I read through all of this is like the end of our journey on reading everything non-7 books. We just do not get enough about humanoid magical creatures like hags and yetis and all the
Ghouls.
things that ghouls. Which
Look at a little bit.
what did he? Yeah,
Apparently
but like
they're not
what
that
is-
dangerous. The Weasleys
what
just
is he doing with a
let
ghoul?
one live in their attic. Like it's like
I'm very curious. Are there like evil ghouls that actually do evil stuff, and vampires and like things that we have lots of other lore about, but almost none in Harry Potter? I would love to see the Harry Potter interpretation of these humanoid creatures.
You could do it like that series where it's the creepy dude who like kidnaps
the Gossip
women.
Girl guy.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I think in the show he
Cassie
kidnaps
also
women.
loves that
but
show.
it's
Yes.
in the same way.
I've never seen
Gilderoy
it, but yeah.
is the dude who steals the stories, so it's almost like
Yes.
a weird psycho thriller type thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it would be funny if it's a separate. Each one is a separate show, like separate title. It's like Gadding with Ghouls, Voyages with or Vacation with
Yes.
Vampires, whatever it is. And I think you're right, Scott. The very last, like there's no crossover between until the very end. Lockhart
Yes.
comes out and wipes their
Yes.
memory and then learns everything. And then
Exactly.
That's it. I think it'd be great.
Exactly.
And
Thank
it's
you
not
for
even
saying
like
that.
in the last episode. It's like in the last post-credit scene. He just
Yes.
shows
Yeah.
up
Exactly.
and takes their stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
Exactly. piece of crap, Gilderoy Lockhart. So that is the final pick of the draft. We'll summarize. I'll go first, then I won't forget Barry, then Hunter, and then William, and then we can do some honorable mentions. So my 4 picks, we'll do our best so that Cassie can edit this in a succinct way. My 4 picks are a Tri-Wizard tournament between our schools in Africa and South America and Japan.
Sounds like
My
fan
second-
fiction.
That's ridiculous. Why would you interrupt me? That was so rude. I thought that was so far from fan fiction. That doesn't even make
It's
sense.
the definition of fan fiction.
No, it's not. We're taking a J.K. Rowling essay and expanding it. That's literally the whole point of this.
That's fan fiction. I'm taking a
That's
Harry
actually
Potter
what
book
fan fiction
and
is.
expanding it.
No, but this isn't fan fiction. This is HBO
all
who
fan
owns
fiction.
the IP. This is ridiculous. Fantastic Beasts isn't fan fiction.
Ridiculous.
It's fantastic
next-
fiction.
The next would be a Quidditch series, which covers some of our favorite Quidditch moments, which, again, is not fan fiction. It's just the things that J.K. Rowling already talked about. Victor Crumb, the 700 fouls, the tournament that everyone forgot, the attack of the Killer Forest. Third would be The Origins of Azkaban, a very dark horror show, not appropriate for children. And finally, all of Lockhart's books, but the real stories that happen. Show me some hags, some vampires, some yetis, some werewolves. It can be pretty scary. And Lockhart comes at the end and wipes all their memories. Those are my 4 amazing picks.
Yay.
Thank you, Barry.
Come on.
My 4 amazing picks. I have the Teddy Lupin animated series. Would love that through all of his 7 years at Hogwarts. I have Martin Miggs, the Mad Muggle, Ministry Man, the comic book series. And then I'm looking at my notes trying to remember which ones I picked. The Tri-Wizard arena play, going around very much like medieval times. And then the Ilias and Raxidian live action story.
Spoiler for Hogwarts Legacy fans. So I can't wait to stumble upon that at some point in my
It's
Hogwarts
not even a
Legacy
part
journey.
of the story. It's like when you play Skyrim and you just read one of the random lore books. It's like that.
Scan stuff on Metroid Prime.
Fascinating. Hunter, run
Great
us through.
picks, Barry. All right, my 4 amazing, perfect, wonderful picks.
Beautiful picks.
Are another season of Ted Lasso, where he becomes the head coach of the Holy Head Harpies, where he again doesn't know how to coach women, doesn't know the sport of Quidditch, and also doesn't know anything magic. And he's still Jason Sudeikis from Kansas. Number 2, Galleon Ball, which is just Moneyball, but again, it's Quidditch, where a new GM uses analytics to turn around the Chudley Cannons. Then I have The Pit. It's just another season of The Pit. But it takes place, of course, in St. Mungo's, and you just get to see all of the healers treating all these different magical maladies with little Easter eggs to Lockhart, the Longbottoms, Arthur Weasley, Katie Bell, etc. And then last but not least, really the What If style movie, 12 Angry Warlocks, showing the Wizengamot deliberating if Sirius Black had an actual trial, with Dumbledore being the one person that does not think that he is guilty. So 12 Angry Warlocks. Those are my picks.
I don't know if Hunter should win, but I feel like his run through is the most fun and he's just going to get votes, but this is weak and garbage. You haven't even seen The Pit, and that makes me angry. So anyways.
And I'm going to repost only my bit. And so I'll make sure I get a lot
Cassie,
of
don't collaborate with Hunter. All right, William.
All right. I actually do remember what I picked. It's Ilvermorny, first of all. The story of the founding of Ilvermorny. And then the Marauders, a backstory on the Marauders and the rise of the First Wizard War. I deeply regret my other 2 picks. I should have just gone chalk of stuff that would actually get made instead of like deep cuts like everyone else and we all picked. I did Scourers, which is like,
fan fiction,
colonial America, which is written about extensively on the Pottermore Wizarding World, whatever it's called now.
Fan fiction.
And then we have the story of Regulus and Creature. I wish I had done the Founders. I just assumed someone would have taken that. That's
No one took
infinitely
it.
more watchable than 99% of everyone's picks except my 2.
I am surprised. I'm surprised in the last draft that nobody took dragons as a like their Pokemon or for anything. So there's, I feel like those are the two big hangouts. Any honorable mentions we want to call out here? I've got a couple, but I can let you guys go
I've got
first if
several.
anybody's got them. Yeah, I'm sure you do because it's just TV shows that you like.
It's
so
like
not much
Friends,
effort.
except they're all wizards. The Office, except it's in the Department of Regulation Control of Magical Creatures.
Actually, it was going to be the Department of Magical Accidents and Catastrophes. Thank you very much.
That would be ripe for comedy.
Which would be great.
Yes.
The Azkaban Redemption. It's just Shawshank Redemption, but it's Azkaban.
Who is escaping from Azkaban and we're rooting for them to escape? Serious?
I don't know. Yeah, someone like Sirius who's innocent, you know? I have Malfoy Supreme, which is like Marty Supreme, but it's Draco Malfoy and he wants to be a Gobstones champion.
I would pass on
I
that.
have-
Like
I have
I'm gonna
just
pass
wouldn't
on
watch.
most of those.
I have
yeah.
Vault Wars, which is like storage wars of like the storage units that get abandoned, but it's Green Gods
Oh,
vaults
I
that
like
get abandoned, and
I'm
people
pretty sure the
bid on
goblins
it.
just steal all that.
Okay, Sirius Black still has access to his vault 13 years later. They don't give up anything in there. That
They do in my
stays for
show.
life.
They do in this show.
Your show is
I
more than fan
have
fiction.
the Green Gots 11, which is Ocean's 11, but it's just a heist of Green Gots again. But they don't succeed. I have Catch Me If You Can, which is a remake of that movie, but Leonardo DiCaprio is a
Mundungus.
metamorph magus, so he can like change his appearance. And Tom Hanks is still trying to catch him. And then my last one, which is not a parody of any sort, was just it'd be fun to get like a series of The Other Minister throughout the entirety of the Harry Potter.
Now
saga.
that's a good one.
Thank you.
I could leave the rest. That was a
That's
good one.
all of my parodies that I have.
It's too far Muggle. It's too far Muggle.
I don't know how we didn't
not
mention
a good
like a movie about like Voldemort, young Voldemort.
I had that on my list of Tom Riddle at
Like
Hogwarts.
from like sixth year to
Mhm.
you know his immersion into evil through over the years would be gripping.
a little bit of that. It would.
Dumbledore and Grindelwald, like that would be their summer.
I also put on
That would
just
be
I just put on there finish the Fantastic Beasts. I don't care about
Yeah.
whatever they do for the fourth.
know.
Just show me the battle.
Uh-huh.
Just show me an hour-long battle between them. That's all I ever wanted, and they failed. Idiots.
it's true.
I
But like
thought,
I don't know, but this summer where like they actually like met and fell in love and like like planned, that would be actually interesting.
It would be great. I agree.
Yeah, I thought I had as my honorable mention a series on the Ministry Unspeakables, and maybe
Yes,
potentially
that'd be
we
very
find
cool.
out about more about the archway, because I think it said that
Yes,
like the ministry was built around the archway or something like that. So something more with them and what they do. And then we said so many Quidditch ones. I didn't say this one, but I like there was
Hunter did.
every year there is it's not Quidditch, but it's broom racing through a dragon sanctuary. And I thought
Yes,
a Hidalgo
we read
style
about that.
movie of like them racing through the dragon sanctuary or something like that could be cool.
That's exactly what we said. It's literally Hidalgo. I would watch that.
And yeah, that's pretty much the two.
What about
I had?
What about like Mad Eye Moody or like Auror's?
Some
show.
sort
Horrors
of
would be
like
good.
periodic show where they're solving things, like or battling
Yeah.
wizards. I agree.
I'm
That's-
surprised
Or
that
a
wasn't a
James
brainer.
Bond type horror, you know?
Yeah,
Just
So
getting
James
the
Bond.
ladies.
I feel like Newt's brother would be.
Yeah,
He's a handsome fella.
exactly.
I feel like there's only one. I just have two that haven't been covered. One's from me, one's from Cassie. I also had just like straight up the What If Marvel cartoon, but I picked 4 different What Ifs. The first one was like the Cursed Child What If. I just want to see how they would actually play out, like how they lose, because it doesn't actually make any sense. And like just because Cedric kills Neville doesn't mean that Harry would lose. Like 10 billion other things have to happen. And I would like to see them lose. It's like in Twilight, not that great of a series movie-wise, but I really love at the end of Twilight where they just do a 30-minute battle and everyone dies. And I would like to see that. Then I feel like the biggest what if I have is when Lockhart is this close to getting away with everything. If he steals Harry's wand instead of Ron's, he gets up there. He actually does like have proof, the basilisk there. Ginny dies, but then I really want to see. So like, I want to see what happens to Lockhart. I also want to see what happens to Voldemort because he's going to emerge, and there's going to be a Voldemort there. And then what happens to Albania Voldemort, and like who's the Alpha Mort? And William and I have talked about this, and like I don't know, does Lockhart become like the leader of the defense against Voldemort, and then they obviously lose, and I think Voldemort wins. So, anyways, very curious there.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
before you say your
works.
next one,
Yeah.
the best fanfic I ever read was called Battles with Basilisks, and it's a Gilderoy Lockhart fanfic, like alternate universe. But in this one, he actually did all the things he said
He's
he did.
competent.
He's still a jerk. He's
That's
still
cool.
out for the money.
Whoa.
He's still out for fame. But he did all the things he said, and it's very short. You could check it out on like the fanfic websites. But it's really funny in that, and really clever in that, like so many of the twists that happen in the movie or in the book. Sorry, Scott. In the book are
Thank you.
actually play out, but in Gilderoy's favor. So, for example,
There's no twist in the movies.
when Voldemort spells his name out, but he writes Tom Marvolo Riddle, Harry and Ron both go, well, what the heck is that even supposed to mean? And Gilderoy goes, no, boys, look at this. And he waves his wand and makes it say, I am Lord Voldemort. And then the climax of the battle, or one of the many, Voldemort picks up a wand and goes to attack Gilderoy, but it's Ron's wand, and he gets. It's really funny. It's really clever.
So then Voldemort returns, but does he also do Obliviate in that case? And he just Voldemort returns, he just forgets everything.
He steals all of Tom Riddle's achievements.
Yeah.
Wipes all the hate from his brain.
Oh my gosh, that's one series you could do is Voldemort, but instead it's just Gilderoy Lockhart. He stole it. He takes the credit for being the evilest guy in the world.
I am Lord Voldemort.
I think if you rearrange Gilderoy Lockhart, I think it's what spells.
I think you could get there.
Yeah.
I think you could get there.
Gilderoy Marvolo Lockhart.
Yeah, all you need is Marvolo. That's the most important thing there. And everything else, not that hard.
Elvis in some languages.
Yeah.
My last two quickly are what if Voldy chooses Neville, which isn't really that interesting. It's probably just the same story, just flipped, and they'd be kind of interesting. That'd be like a 30-minute cartoon episode like Marvel does. Just like, oh, this is interesting. And then, William, you already brought it up, but like Dumbly, and I wrote Dumbly, so I said Dumbly. Dumbledore and Grindelwald.
Dumbledore.
I can't, it's too long to write out. I just write Dumbly and Voldy always. But basically, like, if maybe Grindelwald was a little less evil, or if Dumbledore was a little more evil and they didn't break up that summer and they actually just took over the world together, I would watch as much television as they would give me of that. Because ultimately I think they're right and muggles are stupid. So
what about Scott? Yes, show your true colors. What about like Gringotts Cursebreaker show with like Bill and like the tombs in Egypt?
Yep.
That'd be
Who's
cool.
the
Like
hottest-
Indiana Jones.
Who's the hottest redhead in Hollywood?
Emma Stone.
I don't know.
Guy?
Good call. Good call. I will call out.
I'm drawing a
Cassie's,
blank. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who we got. Cassie's was a Hogwarts teachers reality show. We're just like, what are they doing? You know, when they're not teaching, and like
Almost
maybe,
like an Abbott Elementary type.
Yeah, Abbott Elementary's better
That's a good
because we're trying to
show.
do like Real Wives of Hogwarts, like Real Lives of Hogwarts Wives. But I was like, I don't know if that works.
There's
but,
like no reason, by the way, they have to live at the school. Like,
Yeah.
They're good.
10 months of the year. I mean,
Was,
they could
yeah,
go to
was that
Hogwarts.
Cassie's
Snape.
only one?
Snape keeps his house for some reason.
Yeah.
But
that was, she helped. She did. She was like Fred and George escapades, just like a bunch of just Fred and George messing things around. That'd be pretty fun.
Really,
I'd watch
their
everything.
first 2 years at Hogwarts. Let's see.
Yes. Getting the map.
I forgot. I have a section of my notes that I forgot about. These are my original thoughts. So some of them are not well thought out. Not that any of mine were. But I do. Some of them are real topics that should be great. The Peverils, I think, would be interesting.
yeah.
I'm in for
Something
that.
there. Anything Goblin Rebellion could be interesting.
A lot of that.
Oh, the Salem witch trials. I think there's a lot of fun stuff you could do there.
I touched on that, but yeah.
You could do Merlin. A story on Merlin.
Merlin would be
Merlin's
great.
cool.
A couple of things I wrote down. I wrote down Spider-Man parentheses wizard, and I don't know what it means.
You did you like it take a bunch of edibles and then just like write stuff? Like
No, but I'm not done. I also wrote Jurassic Park parentheses blast-ended screw.
Ooh.
And so there's
Jurassic
there's
Park,
also,
but like Hagrid makes a reserve.
yeah,
And then things go wrong.
Well, it's really
For
just
sure.
like the middle part of the first Fantastic Beasts movie where all his stuff
Yeah.
gets loose.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
basically what it is. And then I didn't write a parentheses. I just wrote Groundhog Day. Maybe it's a broken time turner. I think maybe it was
But
my
Hermione
thought
gets
process.
stuck.
And yeah, you're stuck in a loop until you, I don't know, have to figure that one out. I think that's it that I've missed that hasn't already been said. Yeah, that's it for now.
Your Spider-Man one, I don't know why. It made me think, though, of one that I did have, which was basically like technology has come so much further than when J.K. Rowling started this series of like, can we actually get a witch and wizard who use the technology we have today? And there'd be situations where they can't use it, which would make it interesting. Like, oh, we're at Hogwarts, we can't do anything. But then it's just like, oh, instead of sending an owl and getting a message back 3 days later, I'm just going to text someone and just see how they, do better with
Or
technology
it
and
could
magic.
show like it could show like how magic has progressed as well. So it's just you
Ooh.
maybe point the wand at your
They caught
brain
up.
and it sends a text message to another person.
I
or
like
something.
this.
I thought about like
like
doing
this.
this, but it veered too much into like just like fan fiction. But like you were talking about, like wizards adopt Muggle technology, indoor plumbing, and like other
Right.
things. Like at some point, especially because there's so many Muggle-borns. Like if a Muggle-born grew up, was born in 2000 or 2010 or something like that, they would go to Hogwarts and be like, "This is stupid. We need to get all of the library books into one
Digitized.
searchable format." And like, it wouldn't be computers, right? But you could like have a magical version of that, of something.
Right.
Like so some genius Muggle-born like Hermione would invent like basically a wizard internet or something of that sort and like create that, because like I thought about it, like, okay, like, yeah, like Amish people choose to live a certain way. Like the wizards will still choose to live a certain way and like have some inconveniences, but like also they would definitely adopt some things, because information, like waiting forever to get information makes no sense. It's stupid. It's all
Yes, it
there in
does.
the library.
Yeah, for
Search
sure.
it. You need a way to search it.
One last
Surface
time.
information.
The much needed book only Ultimate Harry Potter trivia. I write exactly about that. If they had Google, I think all seven, there's 6 mysteries that would have been solved in 5 seconds. Who's Nicholas Flamel? What's the Chamber of Secrets? There's a couple more.
But yeah,
How do
like,
I
it all
phase
solved
underwater
instantly.
for an hour?
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
The
Yes.
thought I had was like some fan fiction of like a genius Muggle-born who's like, I'm going to solve this problem and like invents something,
I love it, William.
fixes.
I love you
got
because you
another
think
great-
about these things.
One
There you
last
go.
Sorry, Hunter.
One
There you
last
go.
honorable mention that I had was a Wizarding Maury show where it's like people who are worried about like pure blood families and stuff.
Yeah.
And they have some like 23andMe be like, ooh, you are 44%
Oh no! Get him
Muggle.
out.
That is hilarious.
and you're 5% elf. Ugh.
See, Barry, isn't it fun to take existing Muggle shows and just turn them into the Wizarding World? It's pretty great.
You're right, Hunter.
Thank you. Speaking of that, I have 2 more to wrap up. One just
My
came
bad.
out of the
My bad.
internet conversations. The Social Network, but they create like a social, like Facebook at Hogwarts, basically. And so you get to watch kind of the whole drama of there now being this like, whether it's internet or magic based, I don't know, but some sort of social network, whether it's Facebook, whether it's like, maybe they have their own version of Vine that like comes and goes real quick. Maybe it's Yik Yak. I don't know if you guys had
Good
that
Vine.
when you
Oh, I
were,
love Yik Yak.
that came
Never
out
heard of
my
that.
freshman. That came out my freshman
You
year
guys-
of college.
North
You
Georgia
guys are
so
Yik
young.
Yak.
Yeah,
So young.
I'm not that young. We're born in the same decade. Get out of here. I was born before the books came out, so I feel like I'm okay.
Answer the question. How old are y'all, by the way?
I'm 31.
31.
I
Okay.
am 28.
So young.
About to be
28.
29.
So
See,
young.
he's the young one.
Ah, 97.
Um,
That's
That's
still
true, though.
90s.
That is
Still 90s.
that is how we should measure time from here on out. Is just before the books came out? Or
I think
after the
y'all are
books came
exactly
out?
my
That's it.
sister's age. Like one of you is my sister and the other sister's age. So it's not
We
really-
are your sisters, actually. William!
Avery and Haley?
Surprise! All right, last one. Another great just movie series. We'll take a Wizarding World. It's Wands Out instead of Knives Out. And it's
I
still
thought this was
Daniel
gonna be good.
Craig
Yes.
as Benoit Blanc, but he's trying to solve these wizarding mysteries, but he doesn't know that magic's real. And so
He's going to kill himself.
No,
He's
he is
going
to
to kill
solve
himself.
the Riddle's murder, but he doesn't know that magic is real.
I do
Suicide
declare
is his only option.
something is amiss here.
Also, you can't call a show Wands Out. There's no way that would work.
Wands out now. Let me see.
It could. You never know. I don't know.
That's a great idea.
I almost
Great
did
ideas.
a similar type of thing, a murder mystery, like dinner party, and
Oh, yeah.
something wizarding themed as far as weird mediums
Ooh.
go. But
Which is, I feel like, a thing that exists now. I don't have any friends, so I've never played that, but I believe they do have Harry Potter murder mystery, and it's a blast from what I hear from people who have friends.
we'll
I
play
do
it on
not-
the pod.
Exactly, but I do have Hunter and Barry, who were so nice to come
We're your friends.
twice in 3 weeks. Well,
That's true.
You
you
were
have to-
mean to
you
me.
have to
That feels like we're actually friends now.
Yeah,
all right.
and you
If I
called
shake
me
your hand
William a
someday.
lot. You mistook me for a friend.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. Barry, I was looking back at our email, and in that email, we said we were coming on next week to your podcast.
That's
so if
right. I
that's
think it's
true, we're
next Tuesday.
excited. And if
I'll
it's
be
sometime
there.
after that, we're also excited. Next week, William and I are doing a March Madness Harry Potter battle royale,
course.
basically. So yeah, we're excited for that. Hunter, you've already plugged your April 1st greatest Tri-Quizzard tournament yet. Anything
yeah,
else to
watch
plug?
Barry. Barry will be on it.
Yes.
That should be reason enough. Barry's on it. It's the most entertaining episode of the House Cup of the Tri-Quiz tournament yet. So tune in.
We normally have 13 listeners, but we're at an hour 41. So I'm going to imagine we have 4 listeners. So everybody go do all that stuff we just plugged. And Hunter, Barry, thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to see how the votes roll in. Thank you both.
Yay.
I regret my choices.